welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing June beauty favorites and I have quite a few things to talk about. I am particularly excited about the Rhode Skincare line. I've been using this consistently every single day since I got it. I would definitely say the product that I'm really excited about is the peptide glazing fluid. So this is a serum peptide treatment. The way I like to use it, because it is a little bit on the thicker side, is I use this after I've cleansed, done my toner, any other actives or serums that I'm wearing for the day. I use this to kind of cap all of that in before I use my moisturizer. Now, because this is on the thicker side, I would recommend using it after lighter or more fluid serums, just in case there's a chance of this, blocking those from penetrating the skin and giving you the treatments that you want from your actives. But overall, I really like how moisturized this makes my skin feel, and I've shown it before in video, but it does leave my skin looking visibly more plump and bouncy. I think it's really comforting, and especially if you pair the peptide glazing fluid with the Barrier Restore Cream, I think you do get a really nice, natural, dewy looking effect. Now, the Barrier Restore Cream is a nice daytime moisturizer for me. I haven't had issues with it causing pilling or feeling too heavy for like a day-to-day wear. However, I do find that specifically if it's like nighttime, I tend to like to layer this with other heavier creams, just especially because I am using Tretinoin. I've got the dryness from the Tret still going on. So just for nighttime, I find that this might not always be the most, nourishing and moisturizing cream that I need. But overall, so great for daytime. And I really like these products. There's no fragrance in them. They feel very easy to work into a routine that you already have. And I think they're great skincare products. So very impressed. Definitely will repurchase the both of them when I use them up. But I really like the Rhode Skincare products. I've really been loving the La Mer Cream Illuminator. This is their hydrating illuminator, and it has a soft, barely there type of pearl and strobe to the product itself. So it's not nearly as intense as other strobe products. So if you're really looking for that amped up shine and luminous glow on the skin, you probably wouldn't really care much for this. But I do like that it has skincare properties in the product itself, and it feels really like nourishing and moisturizing on my skin without being as heavy as another cream. So it's lightweight enough to, pair well with other products without pilling up or feeling too gunky and like there's an overload of product on my skin. But it's also moisturizing enough that it keeps the dry patches on my face moisturized all day. And today I did pair this on top of the Rhode Barrier Cream and I didn't have any issues. So like it pairs well with whatever moisturizer or sunscreen I'm wearing for the day, and I really like it. I think it's very beautiful, very natural, and can definitely double up as a product that you also wear on its own, so you don't have to use it with makeup if you don't want to, but just a nice, natural moisturizing option. So as I mentioned, I am still having a lot of dryness. The dryness under my nose has significantly improved, and I actually might contribute some of that to the Rhode Barrier Restore Cream because it seems to be clearing up way quicker than it was before I started using the Barrier Restore Cream. So I'm going to attribute a lot of the dryness around my nose from not being quite as cracked to the Rhode Barrier Restore Cream. But I'm leaning into coverage products that I know aren't going to cling to dry patches. And also, aside from having like dry skin patches from eczema or just, general tretinoin agitation on my skin, the tretinoin is really drying out previous pimples. So the pimples on my face get really flaky really quick, and makeup tends to cling to them and just exacerbate the look of the pimple. I have been so loyal to the Chanel Water Fresh tint and the Chantecaille Future Skin. Just because if I have a little bit of redness or visible hyperpigmentation, I really like how this gives me customizable coverage but still looks really natural. So I can really sheer it out and just get a soft tint on the skin, or I can really build it up to help hide any of the problem areas on my skin. The unique thing about this formula is it is a kind of like gel cream formula, so it quite literally like disappears into your skin. I don't really have a better way of describing it other than that, but it really just looks so beautiful, so skin-like. as I mentioned, I've been in love with it ever since I first used it, and I'm so impressed with how it performs even in the hot weather. So I can't wait to see how this performs throughout all the seasons. I don't have a custom match in this shade, so that actually kind of works out better for me because my skin tone tends to fluctuate a lot. So I like having 2 shades and always being able to create the perfect custom match for the day. With my skin getting better from tretinoin and just feeling like my skin tone's really starting to clear up, I've really been enjoying wearing lighter coverage concealers. So I've really been liking the Peau Radiant Retouch for under eyes. I also use this on my face. Now, because it has that radiant finish, I wouldn't recommend using it on any raised areas or texture on the skin, but it is so lightweight. It doesn't even feel like you have concealer on, and because of that really nice lightweight formula, I find that it doesn't migrate or crease nearly as much as some of the more creamy, rich concealers that I tend to go for. And for being so lightweight, I would expect this to have less coverage and be more fluid and watery, and a product that you really have to wait for it to dry down, much like the YSL Touche Eclat. But this is creamy enough to where it really stands its own where you place it. And if I'm using it to cover up some dark hyperpigmentation or darkness around my eyes or redness around my nose, it doesn't move around, and it just puts a nice medium amount of coverage on the skin without looking cakey and artificial. And I've really been leaning into this concealer. I like it so much for the summertime because I do want to lighten up on coverage and just have my skin look really nice on its own with just like a little help of coverage. I've also been reaching for these 2 products specifically almost every single time I do my makeup, the Mario Transforming Skin Enhancer and Perfector. So the Transforming Skin Enhancer is the cream product, and I think this is such a beautiful, wearable, easy, kind of effortless looking type of bronzer, if you will, but it's really an all over warming face base. Now, it's much more sheer than a traditional cream bronzer, so you can be a little bit more free with the way that you apply it. You don't have to be quite as strategic because it's semi-sheer. It doesn't really put down so much pigment on the skin that it looks cakey or even necessarily like a cream bronzer. It adds the right amount of warmth, the right amount of pigment, and just really wakes up a skin tone. So I really like taking this, you know, all over the face, bringing it into the center of my face, and then whatever little bit of product is left on the brush, I will just lightly dust all over, or not really dust because it's a cream, but I will just lightly apply it all over the rest of my skin. So beautiful. Like I said, semi-sheer, and it's got this really soft gold pearl to the product. Now, this is a cream, and it does set down kind of powdery-ish. It's not dewy or sticky, but I do like to set it down with something just to help up the longevity, and I love this product as well. It's the Soft Sculpt Skin Perfector, so you can see it's a bronzing powder that gradients into this luminous powder right here, and I will just take my brush, swirl into the both of them, lightly dust my entire face. So it's essentially kind of a setting powder. Obviously, I don't take it under the eyes because I don't want to darken up any areas that I've brightened up, but it gives you the most natural, soft pop of light hitting those high points on the face and just kind of gives you a really beautiful soft glow. So I oftentimes will skip out on highlighter when I'm wearing this, but if I want a little bit something extra, I'll go in with some more highlight. But overall, these are so nice. Even if you only got one, I think you'd be really happy, but I especially like them paired together. I think they just perform so beautifully. So I know I have talked about this on TikTok for sure. I'm not sure if I've talked about it on YouTube though, but I am loving these Charlotte Tilbury 5-minute face kits. I have the one in super chic as well, which I love. This is the Sunkissed one. So it's this nice little pocket-sized compact. There is a mirror on the other side of this, and then you have your 3 cream stick colors. So on my eyes today, I just knocked a little bit of the Sephora Micro Smooth bronzer through my crease, and then I have the Sunkissed Eyes cream eyeshadow. It's a really pretty like terracotta with some shimmer in it. Very, very beautiful with a brown eye. And then the Sunkissed lip and cheek color, which normally I would never go for a tone like this. It's very rosy, very pinky, but it works. It works really great with the eye shade, and I think it's just an easy way to put together a quick look where all the tones go together. I like to swatch this on the back of my hand, really build the product up, pick it up on an angled brush, and then just lightly blend it onto my cheeks. The nice thing about this is that it has customizable intensity, so it performs really well sheared out or built up if you want a little bit more of a punchy look. And then for the highlight, I do the same thing. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand and then pick it up on whatever brush I use to apply my foundation and just lightly stamp it on the skin. It's got a really nice kind of glazed donut appearance on the skin, you can see, but it doesn't feel sticky, which I really like. I'm loving these cream highlights that feel a little bit more dry. I think during like the colder months, I like more of like the dewy, tacky highlights because my skin's so dry, it doesn't bother me. But when it's hot, I want something that like doesn't feel creamy and sticky. But overall, would definitely recommend the Sunkissed one, but would also recommend Super Chic because that one's great too. So I really like that. Setting spray is definitely a prestige splurge, but I will be repurchasing this because I wear it almost every single time I'm filming or taking photos, or just I really want to look extra nice for the day. If I want my makeup to look perfected but natural, it just finishes a makeup look in my opinion. So it's the Dior Airflash Radiance. I have the one in the shade medium to dark skin tones. It has a slight bronzy tint on the skin, but you're applying such a little bit of product when you mist it onto the skin that it doesn't really, you know, alter the look or the tones of your makeup, but it just perfects my makeup in a way that I haven't gotten from a setting spray before. It has an ultra fine pearl to the product. It's not dewy, but it gives your skin a natural amount of sheen. And when you're putting it on top of powder products, it takes away from the dry, chalky look, it takes away cakiness of makeup, and just overall gives your skin that last kiss of luminosity. And it's definitely been my favorite. I know I've mentioned the one from Iconic London as well. I still really love that one too, but if I just want that like extra pep in my step and I really want my makeup to look ultra perfected, this, like, I love it. It is working its way up to holy grail status for me. I'm absolutely loving the Sephora Satin Chocolate Brown liquid liner. This is very similar to the one I loved so much from Marc Jacobs Beauty. I love how it's just this intense, ultra rich, pigmented espresso bean brown, and I really like just doing a little bit of brown liquid liner on my lash line, not even necessarily winging it out, but just using it to beef up my lashes and make my lash line look a little bit more full. Pair this with, you know, no makeup and it still, you know, gives your eyes that little bit of definition and makes them stand out a little bit more, but doesn't look over the top as, you know, noticeable as a black liquid liner. But overall, so great. It's waterproof, so it withstands sweat and humidity as well. I'm still loving my Kosas Airbrow. Since I've started consistently using this, I haven't really been reaching for any other brow product. I like this so much because for me, it's such a no fuss, no muss type of product. I can do my brows in a fraction of the time as I do when I'm using, you know, pencils and then a gel. It has shimmers in the gel, so it essentially kind of like highlights and contours your brows. The shimmer really helps each brow hair kind of stand out on its own, look a little bit more full and wispy, and I really like it. I have really thick brow hairs, so it does all the work for me. I really like it. I am obsessed with the Victoria Beckham Future Lash Mascara. I love everything about this product. I love the formula of the mascara itself, and I love the brush of the mascara, and I love just, this mascara is so perfect. So it is a lash lifting and slightly curling mascara formula. It is not a waterproof formula. It washes away perfectly with soap and water at the end of the night. And it's the only, or I shouldn't say that, but one of the only non-waterproof mascaras I've ever used that can actually hold a curl in my lashes, which is a huge deal because I typically almost only wear waterproof mascara. It's annoying to have to take off of my eyelashes day in and day out. I've also done a more in-depth video on the Victoria Beckham beauty line, but the wiper on this bottle, when you pull out the brush, every single time you will have such a consistent deposit of the mascara formula onto your wand. It's never overloaded with product, and the brush is just so tiny and slim. You can get each and every single lash. It looks beautiful built up or just worn more natural. Gorgeous on the top lashes, gorgeous on the lower lashes. Perfect, perfect, perfect mascara. I have 3 lip favorites. For all of these lip products, I swatched them with the Sephora and Knock on Wood lip pencil. I really love these. They're so pigmented. This shade specifically is really beautiful, kind of like the Perfected Your Lips But Better shade. They're really creamy and nice, and I love how they have the little twist, so you don't have to worry about sharpening them. But Knock on Wood is such a good color. So my first favorite is the lip that I'm wearing on my lips today. It's the Victoria Beckham Bisou. I'm leaning into this one a little bit more than I was initially at first, but I really like how it kind of gives me that black honey look on my lips. I think it's so beautiful. These are by far like one of the biggest standout favorite lip products I've had in a long time. I've never really been one to like lip tints or anything generally like this. I just don't really love this type of product, but all 3 of her shades are perfect, beautiful. They, you know, just give your lips that slight little bit of tint. They're stunning. I can't recommend them enough. I'm a big fan of these. Bisou specifically, really like that. It's kind of like black honey but better in my opinion. Like right now, that's really what I'm preferring. Now the other one I'm loving is the Mario Bronze Glow. This is the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. There's not much I can say about this color other than it's perfect. I really like the product itself. It does give your lips a slight amount of plumping. It just makes your lips look so ultra glossy. It's stunning, it's beautiful. It's definitely been the shade that I'm wearing 9 times out of 10 just for day to day. Easy to throw in your bag and reapply without needing a mirror. Now the other one that I've really been liking is Patrick Ta Full Syringe. I am obsessed with this shade. It's like a soft cherry tint on the lips, but not overly punchy and bright. I tend to like not really like super bright colors on my lips. I feel like I don't love my lips that much. So like when I wear really bright punchy colors, I just feel like it doesn't look flattering on me. I don't know, but I like this. It gives you just the right amount of punchiness, just the right amount of color and tint to the lips. Ultra glossy, has kind of like a cooling sensation on the lips versus like an agitating kind of like hot sensation on the lips like a lot of other plumpers do. Both of these are like that. They're more of like a cooling, tingling sensation versus like that hot kind of like irritated, you know, itchy feeling that you get from a lot of lip plumpers. So both of these, amazing. And yeah, these 3 favorite lip colors of June. Those lip products were the last of my favorites for the month of June in terms of beauty. I'm thinking about once in a while including like a lifestyle and skincare and hair care favorites. Those I tend to stay a little bit more simple, and I don't really switch up those products very much, but I have tried 2 new hair products that have really been amazing. So if you'd be into seeing any type of like hair care video on YouTube, like if you'd be interested in seeing some of the stuff that I'm liking right now, I don't know. But other than that, I will list and link all of these beauty products in the description box down below. I will also have my TikTok and my Instagram, so please come follow me on there if you haven't already. I'd love it so much if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. But other than that, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye everyone.